Hey everybody, this is KB Coolers here, and we're trying out a drag racing game. Look like it might be something neat. I am a big car fan, worked in the car industry for quite a while, so used to be back in the day, the first Fast and Furious. I was 18, 19 years old and always wanted to head out and do the street racing deal. This seems to be a game right along those lines. As time goes on, wife, kids, that kind of stuff goes away, but it's always good to look back in the past and remember some of the not so suggested things that we used to do. But here we go, let's take a look. Looks like we have somebody. We're coming in, we're going to test out. So it looks like the normal beginning where you're going to get to drive in somebody else's car for the start of the game. It was in the very beginning, coming in before I started the video, it looked like a Scion, Toyota, Subaru, depending on where you are in the world and what you're doing. That seems to be so they are newer vehicles. It seems. Looks like we got to do a burnout, which it wants us to keep the gas pedal in that range, so let's try and do our best here. Alright, looks like we got a good warm up. So now we gotta hold the pedal. Yeah, I see. You wanna hold it in the range here. Oh, now we gotta shift. That's the key. Alright. Alright, we're getting some good shifts. Oh, looks like we got some nitrous we gotta use here. That was always fun back in the day, the push button nitrous. Now, with computer technology, you can log multiple kits and the computer controls everything. You don't even have to do anything. They say we're not too bad, but they owe us a full tank. He says he beat us, so it looks like we didn't do so well for, well, hold on. She hacked the cameras, so we're going to replay the finish. Apparently, maybe it was closer than we thought. And actually, it looks like we did win. So, it was close. I wonder if this is a setup. I wonder if you can actually lose this race, or whether it is just the kind of the demo in the beginning that you will just automatically win this race no matter what. Yeah, we did win the race. She's going to give us one of her cars, so let's see what we get. Alright, the race. Yeah, it looks like illegal. Yeah, well, pretty much all street racing is illegal. Alright, we're going to click on start race here. Looks like we get to use the same car again. Alright. Here's a Challenger. Alright, we're back to trying to get the wheels warmed up by doing a burnout. This one's not quite as easy. Yeah, it looks like we got a decent warm up, 56% to grip. This is actually fairly difficult with your touchscreen, because you have no control over even a little touch. Is like pressing it. This game would probably be really a lot easier with a controller, but we'll see. We are getting some good shifts. We'll wait to use the nitrous till third gear. Let it lengthen out the run here. Doesn't even look like we had to shift again. So there we go. There was a real nice easy win. Our reaction time, we kind of lost out on that, but we took the win nonetheless. It was 11 second. I'm assuming this is a quarter-mile run. Didn't actually say. Alright. Don't let me down. Choose from one of these 4 cars for free. They're very similar in their specs. Okay, well, let's see what they have the option. Alright, so we got a Cobalt, a 240SX. We have an M3 BMW, and we have a Toyota Celica. Now, I don't know how they're saying these all are similar in specs, being that we have 2 front-wheel drive cars and 2 rear-wheel drive cars, and the 2 rear-wheel drive cars being the 240 SX and the M3 have by far the advantage over the 2 front-wheel drive cars. You give up so much traction with weight transfer. Yeah, so like I was saying, the Celica and the Cobalt here are going to be at a distinct disadvantage if this game, is that technical. They may just be looking at, similar cars in class, but why don't we, we'll take the more difficult route. I am more of an import fan, but in my opinion, 240 SXs they're not my favorite as far as looking a vehicle. None of these particularly are, but I think we will go with the Celica. Why not? And they say we know a thing or two about cars. Apparently we don't, because if we did, for drag racing, we wouldn't have chose this. But it's alright, we'll go to the garage and see what we got. Alright, there's our Celica there. And let's click on the race map. Got a little experience. Alright. So this should be our first race with our first car. So, sorry, did not mean to hit that. Let's move my little recorder up out of the way. Maybe it won't be in the way there. So here we go. This is a quarter-mile race. We have a reward of switch. Looks like a throttle body, and I don't know what that is on the end there, but we will see what we get. Alright, so it does know it is a front-wheel drive car. Yeah, 40% grip. That's not going to help. And let's see what we can do, because we are at a distinct disadvantage here. Because with the way that weight transfer wants to go, we did get an excellent start, but as you can see, we are suffering tremendously on grip in the beginning. Looks like we have it pretty easily. And I'd say that's about right for our quarter-mile time. I wouldn't expect a Celica to do much less. We got the reaction time and we got the net time, but a 16-second quarter-mile, that sounds about right for a stock vehicle. These are older vehicles here. It's crazy how automotive technology has changed just over, from the mid to late 90s to today is ridiculous. Coming out of the 80s, going into the 90s, the 80s were some of the worst times for cars. I mean, when you had V8s that wouldn't even make 200 horsepower because of emissions, that's pretty pathetic. And as they moved into the 90s, things got a little better, and we started to see a lot more performance come around, especially out of smaller displacement. But as we move through into the 2000s into today, you know, it is just insane what the power cars make right off the showroom floor. I mean, you would have thought, you know, in the late 90s, if you had a car making 400, 500 horsepower, you were doing pretty good. I mean, now you can just go into your dealership and, you know, come out, you know, spending, you know, $70,000, $80,000, and you have a car stock with 800 horsepower. You know, it is just insane, the numbers that technology can give you. Okay, so we updated our shifter. That should make our shifts 25% better. All right, we'll go back. We don't have any other perks, so we will head back. And we got a store, we got a warehouse, we got stuff. So we'll try another race with our one upgrade, continue with our career. But back to, like I was saying, you know, and then tire technology is incredible. It's just amazing what today's technology can do. The difficulty here says it's going to be hard. It's a quarter-mile race. We're going to win a set of tires and some money. So with just that, we'll see whether we can even do this. We may have to go in and spend some more to really try and update our there, we got a pretty good warm-up. We're going to need the grip. I don't even know what we're coming up against. But we'll see what we got. It's all going to be about the start here. If we can even get off the line. That is by far the biggest problem, will be grip. Your tires are everything on a front-wheel drive car. Yeah, we spun the tires pretty bad there. Traction control is a killer if it has it on here. I don't know why you wouldn't turn that off trying to get a good launch. Yeah, you saw the, you know, the classic blue flames out of the exhaust for the nitrous. That's really more of a movie type thing. But yeah, we were definitely outclassed in this one. Our reaction time was terrible, but you know, it really wasn't much that we could do. And looking back, we really should have taken the rear wheel drive car. It does look like it will make a difference. Yeah, our competitors are just as fast, tuning, everything like that. Yeah, so we're going to go in, they're going to show us a little more about the garage and how we can really tune. Looks like we have a quest here. Let's see. Money's not the main thing in this story. How about a couple of upgrades? Well then, go on, show us your best. Alright, so we need, this is our reward, so let's get started. Seems like we were pretty much meant to lose out on that so that it could send us to another one, so that's good. There really wasn't anything we could do about it. So let's head out here. It says difficulty hard there. Let's jump back and see if the difficulty's any better here. It is not. So let's start the race. We'll at least see what we're up against and how close we actually are. Yeah, there's no real rhyme or reason to this, unfortunately. Try and keep it in there. We got a pretty good burnout there. Alright, so we got at least something similar here, so we have a chance. This looks a little more modified, although putting a big spoiler on the back is definitely not an advantage for a front-wheel drive drag car, that's for sure. We got off on him there. Got a good shift. Another good shift. I love how we got flames coming out of our exhaust out of a stock car. Gotta love it. but really, you know, drag racing for video games and on TV is one thing. Getting out there on the actual track is totally a different thing. Everything isn't as showy as the movies portray, and you break a lot of parts, and as you go faster you break a lot more expensive parts. That is one thing that I have found, and it has us pick one, and it looks like we got the money. We can try again for 20 gold. Yeah, why not? Alright, so we picked up a resource. Looks like he'll be our mechanic. It's time to upgrade our car. Alright, come over to the garage and we'll see what we can do. Alright, let's begin. We'll see what we can upgrade. Alright, looks like we don't have anything with settings or styles, so we'll just head to the tuning. There's nothing to it. You earn the resources and he'll do your upgrades. Alright. Alright, I guess let's get started. Alright. We'll select our upgrade. We have everything there. It's going to cost us 7,000. Well, at least if this is in actual money, we're starting to get about the right price point. Although a basic nitrous system for 7,000 is pretty expensive. But it is a game. You generally aren't winning as much in the real world, so we got our upgrade. And it looks like we can go a few different ways. So some engine tuning, air filter, intercooler, turbos, tires. I guess that bottom left is downforce of some sort. Maybe that's what the picture is showing. But yeah, there's a lot of upgrades that we can do. It looks like our power, we were got 158 horsepower. Acceleration, I don't know if that's actual horsepower or not, but that would actually sound about right for the vehicle. So we'll head back. Our mechanic, yeah, he's rough around the edges. Okay. We finished a couple car lengths ahead. Alright. Let's head back to our missions here. We've done one. Try and win some extra rewards. Let's head down to this one here. Our difficulty is going to be moderate. So we still have some fuel up there. We've used 6 of 8. Looks like we lose one every race. But I'm sure it will, it's only a timing. So we'll win some more back and we'll be able to do a little more. Yeah, this is the tough part, but I'll get better at it, no doubt. We got a good burnout on this one. Alright, once again, we're at least up against something a little similar. We're not getting blown out of the water right away. Alright, we got a good start there. Still, traction is not, we will use our nitrous there. Once we get in the third gear, help us extend out the win here. I don't think we'll need another shift in, no. That was a good win. We'll see the difference in our time that our nitrous makes. We had a little bad reaction, but we are down into the 15-second quarter miles, which, you can tell this vehicle is older because today your base model car runs a 15-second quarter mile. It's really crazy, but you can go spend next to nothing and go faster than you could back in the 90s. It's kind of funny. Alright, we'll see what we got. And we'll pick. Alright. Looks like we got a turbine impeller. Alright, very cool. Looks like we'll be going to turbocharge this vehicle at some point. Wonder if we can go back up here. Yeah, it gives us a different opponent each time, so this one's going to be a difficulty of hard. So let's see if we can take another one without having to jump back to our mechanic and do some more upgrades. I always like playing these games, try and make it truly as challenging as possible. You know, if you can jump back and upgrade every time, you know, it makes it a lot easier. But now we're going against the BMW from the beginning, and we'll see how much different the grip level is in the beginning. We revved a little high there. And it's kind of funny that we had a lot more grip than him. So it does look like the game equals out the front and rear wheel drive cars, and soon to see. I guess we'll find out whether we have a all wheel drive option and how that actually will work as well. But yeah, that was a little worse of a time, and I totally forgot that we had the nitrous on that one. We could have been back into the 15 seconds again without a problem, I believe. But you know, I forgot that it was there, and we don't need to use it. We don't need to use it. We did get 2 perfect shifts, giving us some extra experience. So let's see what we got. Alright. Win collectible cards. Access to new opportunities. Okay. We will collect our bonus there. And let's head back. And we won't upgrade anything yet because it looks like we're almost finished with this. We need to win 4 races. So let's head back down to this one here, and looks like we're gonna, wow, you win a drag race and you get a band clamp. That's awesome. Alright, warming up the tires. Let's see if we get any better with the burnouts now. Seems like that you just quickly tap the screen to kind of make minute adjustments and get a little better burnout there. Back against a little more familiar opponent. It all depends on what they have done. I'm not saying that front wheel drive cars can't be quick, because they can, especially when you're talking about on a street. But you know, when you start running slicks and stuff like that, they'll get eaten up pretty fast. And being that this is a street racing game, we will remember our nitrous this time and get us to the finish line a bit quicker. We won. Hopefully we're down in the 15-second quarter miles again. No, we're not, because we got eaten up on that start. We did not do very well there. But we did get enough to finish the quest, so let's see. We'll pick the middle one this time, and hey, we did. We got a clamp. Look at that. Alright, you can watch an ad to refill your tank. Yeah, that's pretty standard with free games. Do something. At least the ads in this game aren't very intrusive, and they're not, you know, flashing up all over the screen. So that makes me feel good that at least it's a little easier to get in and actually play these games when there's not ads popping up everywhere. But we did complete a number of races there, so I thank you all for watching, and please come back and enjoy some more. We will definitely start to upgrade this vehicle unless we can start to get something a little different, and we'll see how things goes. Thank you for watching. It's KB Coolers.